Michael B. Jordan. All right. So he was very excited at one point to announce his new rum brand, Jouvert, right? And this is where going global goes wrong. When we come up with a brand name, we have to make sure that in a lot of the main languages or cultures, that there ain't going to be no issues, right? So he got some backlash because Jouvert is very, very popular in the Trinidadian culture, right? Which is meaning daybreak, and is an annual festival, not like small little festival, annual festival. Every year has it. And you know what? It celebrates the culture and the emancipation, if I said that right, of from slavery. From the Caribbean. So for you to kind of claim that and try to trademark something so important to a culture, you gonna hear backlash. So he got a lot of backlash. And if you could see on the screen, and for my audio listeners, I will be reading, he did respond. I just want to say on behalf of myself and my partners, our intentions was never to offend or hurt a culture we love and respect and hope to celebrate and shine a positive light on. Last few days have been a lot of listening, a lot of learning, and engaging in countless community conversations. We hear you, I hear you, and want to be clear that we are in process of renaming. We sincerely apologize and look forward to introducing a brand we can all be proud of. So first and foremost, I want to say, let's give Michael B. Jordan some flowers, maybe a flower for at least listening, right? And making the appropriate changes. He got killed, but everybody, when you make a mistake on the internet kills you. So let's I don't feel too bad, right? But this is where I see where was the research? Where was your team? Where, like, if you already knew that is a cultural word, why don't we look that up? Why don't we? That's not English word, clearly, right? So we have to do our research on it. We have to see if the community has a deeper attachment to it than what we see maybe on the surface level. And though we always want to try to be unique with the names, because clearly it feels like all English words are taken as a brand. I think dot is taken as a brand. Is taken as a brand. Like it's hard to come up with original names. So a lot of people now are going to different languages and different cultures. Makes sense. I get it. However, this is where it backlashes. This is where it's important to try to go global, because if you pick the correct name, you'll not only get the community and the fans from, the United States, but then you instantly get that culture as well. But it could always backlash if you don't have a team around you that's like, hold up, that's not what we're gonna do for a new brand. That's not what we can't even trademark that. That's a whole annual festival. Like, why? Why? He is paid too much money. You have way too much money to make these little small mistakes. I'm sorry. I'm just being honest. But we make mistakes. I'm super happy that it's going to be fixed. I'm super happy he took that on the chin, as much as the internet pretty much killed him. I know Nicki Minaj even responded and was like, yo, you probably didn't mean to offend. However, you see what the situation is, make the adjustments, and continue to flourish, which is amazing. You know, people make mistakes. I'm cool with that. But if we're going to pick a name that we don't even know what it means, at least get somebody to look it up fully before you try to trademark something. I don't know what you got.
Yeah, no, that's the big lesson there. I mean, of course, like you said, shout out to him for being able to just kind of step up and say, all right, hey, I messed up. I'm going to fix it.
Yep.
But really the main lesson here for our listeners and people watching is like, not only do you want to look up the meaning or the definition of something, if you know it's from a different culture and you can connect with someone of that culture, speak to them to figure out, hey, how is this word used, right, culturally, like within the community, right? Because there are some words that it's just really difficult to understand or translate how it's used within a cultural context. So that's one of the biggest pieces that if you're naming your brand, and I think that's a big part of it, like, you know, if you're going to put money behind it, marketing, all that stuff, and you're going to start putting that name everywhere, you really want to make sure that, okay, I'm making the right move and I understand what it means. I understand how it's being used in that culture because, like you said before, build with the intention that you will one day be global.
Yeah.
Don't think just in your backyard or under your feet that, it doesn't matter. No, like really do it as if, one day I'm going to be global. And I want to make sure that not if, but when that time comes, when it's time to cross that bridge, I'll be in a position to know, like, okay, I'm not offending anyone. And of course, we know, like today, man, it's easy to offend people. It's very easy. Everyone says, hey, you wore red. That reminds me of whatever. It's like, it could be anything, but as best as we can. If we can avoid it, definitely. So yeah, I would say go the extra step and just, speak to someone that's in the homeland or is familiar with the language to let you know, like, all right, here's the context, in which we use that word too, just to make sure you're on the safe side.
Big facts. But Michael B. Jordan, we still love you over here.
For sure.
It's all good.
Man, I love Mike. Yeah.
And you probably making a lot of money on OnlyFans too.